Hello and welcome to another video with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Now in one of my latest videos I actually made a review about the SentinelX NFC card for COIN App. So this little card here that gives you a 12 times boost on the free plan when you're using COIN App for geo-mining, or a 10% boost on the Pro plan. And in the meantime, since I published this video, we also finally received our SentinelX BLE, so the Bluetooth dongle, which would be the alternative to the NFC card. And today we're going to take a closer look at this Bluetooth dongle, and I'm going to share with you not only how you can set it up, so how it works and which benefits it offers to you, but also what I personally think is the better choice, so either the NFC card or the Bluetooth dongle. So let's jump right into it. Now the first important thing to know is that the SentinelX BLE, so this Bluetooth dongle, is actually quite similar to the SentinelX NFC, so the NFC card that I reviewed in one of my recent videos, which by the way I'm going to put in the card up here in case you haven't watched that yet. However, there are a few crucial differences. The first difference is with the NFC card you actually actively have to tap it to your device every 3 hours to keep your 12 times boost on the basic free plan or the 10% increased GeoMine earnings on one of the paid plans, so the Plus or the Pro plan going. Compared to that, with the Bluetooth dongle you don't have to do anything. Once it's set up, as long as your device is within range of this little thing here, it will always have the 12 times boost. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest here, when we first got the NFC card it actually didn't seem like such a huge difference. In the mornings when I got up I would tap my phone and our stationary Android phone, and my wife would tap her phone with the card to get the 12 times boost, and then throughout the day every few hours we would just tap it again to keep the boost going. However, only now that we have the Bluetooth dongle I noticed what kind of difference it actually makes, because with it we don't have to think about it again. We have that thing usually hanging in our hallway now for the last couple of days, and luckily enough it literally covers 99% of our apartment, which means our stationary Android phone, which usually would only get the 12 times boost, let's say 12 hours per day, the time I'm awake and able to tap the card to keep the boost going, now actually has the boost active 24 hours because it can have, or it has, COIN App running in the foreground and is within reach of this little Bluetooth dongle. And on top of that, I think I mentioned in the NFC card video as well that we also have an iPad in our office that usually works as our web radio, so we have music while we're working, and unfortunately that iPad doesn't support NFC. So I was actually already about to remove COIN App from that device because it's not worth it in quotes using for us stationary without the bonus from the card or the Bluetooth dongle. However, now with the Bluetooth dongle, because it covers most of our apartment, that iPad now also has a permanent 12 times boost, which means we now have two stationary devices at opposite ends of our apartment that actually benefit from the 12 times boost. And the best thing about it, I don't have to do a thing. As said, we just have the Bluetooth dongle hanging in the hallway, and with that basically all the devices are covered. Now during the time where my wife and or I are at home, our devices also benefit from the Bluetooth dongle and have the 12 times boost active. And on top of that, now if one or both of us are going out, we can take the NFC card with us so that on the go we also keep our 12 times boost active. So for us it's actually now the perfect setup, with one Bluetooth dongle to cover the entire apartment and the NFC card to basically help us out on the go and increase our earnings when we're actually moving. And based on all of that, you probably already figured out which device I personally prefer. So if I would have to choose between only the NFC card or the BLE dongle, well, I would obviously go for that thing here because it gets way more done for us with no effort at all, whereas the NFC card requires constant effort. However, there's a crucial aspect to it that you might have to consider when you decide if you get one device or both devices as well, and that is the price tag. Because usually the Bluetooth dongle and the NFC card both will cost you $50 plus shipping. So in the US with shipping it would be $62.95, and if you're outside the US it would be $67.95, which is a substantial amount. And if you would have to pay the same amount for both, well then obviously I would go for the Bluetooth dongle because it means that you get the better result because you don't have to constantly tap the card against the device. However, as mentioned in my NFC card video, there is a limited offer. I really have no idea how long it will be going, and you can find a link to it, by the way, in the description down below and in the first pinned comment, to get the NFC card and only cover the $12.95 domestic shipping within the US or $17.95 international shipping, which obviously makes the NFC card right now, while this offer is still going, $50 cheaper than the Bluetooth dongle, and this makes it really tricky to decide which one is the best one to get for you. And that price difference is actually crucial in making the right decision, in my opinion, because as you know, for every 10,000 coin that you earn within COIN App, you can receive the $5 equivalent of XYO tokens. I know you can only redeem the first 10,000 coins, and after that you can only do it in 50,000 coin intervals. However, the factor still stays the same, which means if you pay $50 for one of those two devices, you'll actually have to earn 100,000 coin to make those $50 back. And if you're considering the shipping fees as well, well, then you're looking at 120 to 140,000 coin that you have to earn thanks to those devices in order to make the investment back. However, since right now you can get the card for shipping only, which worst case would be $17.95, so let's round it up to $20, which in other terms means that you only would need to earn 40,000 coins to make the money back that you paid for this card. So simply put, right now with the, in quotes, limited time offer, it might be the better choice to get the card. However, if you would pay roughly the same for the devices, I'd always go for the BLE dongle. Now with all of that covered, let's actually take a look at how you can set up the dongle, so how it works. And for that, I've already opened up COIN App on my phone as usual, and I'm going to share the screen as usual with you guys here. Now, if you've watched my NFC card video, you're already familiar with this part. You can see the gray icon at the bottom of the right side of the screen, and that's basically for extension devices. And you can see that the SentinelX BLE has a check mark to it because it's currently within range of this little Bluetooth dongle. Now, once you get that Bluetooth dongle yourself, in case you decide to order it, there will be a plastic strip somewhere on one side attached to it that you have to pull out, which will then basically ensure that the battery has connection. So that little plastic strip is there to ensure that while the device is still in storage or while it's being delivered to you, the battery doesn't get drained at all. Now, once you remove the plastic strip, pretty much all you have to do is press the scan device button within COIN App, and in my case it already says SentinelX detected because this thing is already active. For you it will tell you to push the button, and there is actually a button on the Bluetooth dongle that you can press, and when you do that it will play a sound. And with that you will have connected the Bluetooth dongle to your device and basically also paired it with your account, and you'll start to receive your 12 times bonus for geomining on the free plan or 10% increased earnings on one of the paid plans. That's however not all that Bluetooth dongle is going to do for you, because as mentioned, it will also help all nearby devices that run COIN App to also give them the same 12 times boost. And you might be asking, why does this matter to you? And the answer to that is, either you are in the situation that I am, that you yourself have multiple devices within your apartment that are running COIN App. Well, then you have one device that basically gives them all a boost, assuming they are within the Bluetooth range of that dongle. But besides that, there is a second factor. Let's assume you would have this Bluetooth dongle, let's say, in your car while you're driving through the city, and there are a lot of other COIN App users within the city. Every time another device that runs COIN App is within range of the Bluetooth dongle, they receive a 12 times boost on the geo-minings that they are doing while they are within range, and you in return will receive a small 10% cut of whatever they are earning while they are within range. Last but not least, as promised, let's take a look at what kind of difference that device actually makes in our daily life, so you can get an idea of what kind of difference it will make for you. And for that purpose, as usual, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys here, and you can see I'm logged in at my.coinapp.co, which is an interface where you can look up a lot of statistics regarding your COIN App activity. Now, this is my main account that I'm using, and from here I can go to history and geomines, and we will basically see how many coin I geomined in any given day. If you remember, before we got the NFC card, my average used to be, we'll have to go to page 2 for that, basically less than 20 coins per day. And you can see here, average might have been around 10. And then when we got the NFC card, you can see that it basically increase to 100, 120, maybe even up to 200. Now if we go to the latest page here, so the latest results, you can see that yesterday it was a little bit off, and I think the reason for that is because we went out and I forgot to reset the home tile, so it didn't mine, because when you're outside the home tile and you don't disable the home tile shield, it will not geo-mine for you because it will protect the home tile bonus. However, today I also already made more than 37 coin, which as you know is almost 4 times what I made before getting one of the SentinelX devices. The day before it was 130, 110, 180 and so on. So you can see that overall it's been a huge increase. Now that day with 215 here was a day where we traveled to the dentist and was actually with the NFC card, not with the Bluetooth dongle, but you can see it makes a difference just like the NFC card makes a difference. And for the account on my personal phone, however, there is no huge difference between using the NFC card or the BLE Bluetooth dongle. Why? Because at night I don't have COIN App running in the foreground. So for devices that you're carrying with you and where you don't have COIN App in the foreground during the night, but you basically disable or turn off the screen, the Bluetooth dongle and the NFC card will do the exact same job, with the only difference with the NFC card you have to remember to tap it to your phone every few hours to keep the 12 times boost going. However, during the night you will not earn more because eventually your background rewards will use up and will stop mining during the night until in the morning you open the app again and by having the app in the foreground charge them again up. In other words, if you only have one device and if it's not running COIN App 24/7 in the foreground, well then the only major difference between the Bluetooth dongle and the NFC card is actually that the Bluetooth dongle is a set it and forget it kind of thing. You just have to keep it nearby, maybe on your keychain or something like that, and the NFC card actually still requires an active effort. Now the next device we can look at is on our secondary account, which is our stationary Android phone. Now the account name here is Rauchenwald Nokia because it used to be an old Nokia phone. We replaced it along the way, but I forgot to update the account name. However, that's not the important part. If we go here to, again, history and geomines, we can see our history as well. And we might be able to notice a bigger difference compared to the NFC card. Now, if we go to page 2, we can see before we got any of those devices, we had an average of around 20 coin per day that we made with that device. And then eventually when we received the NFC card, it was 120, 160, and go back to page number 1, 150, 180. So we can say somewhere in the 150, maybe close to 200 coin per day area. And since then, since we got our Bluetooth dongle on the 28th of September, well, our earnings didn't change that much, to be fair. However, we have this huge outlier yesterday where we made 900 coins in one day, simply because there was a huge geomine where we already made 500 coins with that geomine alone. And today we already made 174 coin, although the day is by far not over yet. So personally, while we have some outliers like here where we just made 150 coin roughly, overall I would say that the tendency with the Bluetooth dongle on our stationary device is actually that we will be above 200 coins average or around 200 coin average. And the reason for that is because that device actually has COIN App open 23.5 hours per day roughly, and with the NFC card I only can keep the 12 times boost going while I'm awake and remember to tap the card to the phone, whereas with the Bluetooth dongle the device has this boost also for the entire 23.5 hours that is running COIN App in the foreground. And the next device or the next earning statistic to look at is actually one that made the biggest difference for me, and that would be, as mentioned, our iPad in the office. Now, as said, I'm going to share the screen again. You can see it's called Rauchenwald iPad, and I'm basically just going to go to history here and again go to geomines. And as you can see here, if I scroll back, we actually had like 15 coin in earnings, 7 coin in earnings, so roughly 10 coin per day, and most days even less than that, simply because the device is stationary and, as mentioned, it doesn't have NFC support. So even once we got the NFC card, there was no way to boost those earnings for us, which made me consider to just geo drop the existing earnings for my main account and then remove COIN App from the iPad. However, now with the Bluetooth dongle from the 28th, as you can see, we also earn roughly 100 coins per day from that iPad that's stationary in the office. Now, when we spend time in the office, it obviously makes a difference because then my device, the iPad, and partially my wife's phone as well are competing for the same geotiles, so it's not such a huge effect. correct. But the iPad also has COIN App running during the night when we are not in the office, and therefore during those hours it can earn a little bit more and benefit from the 12 times boost. Or in other words, the Bluetooth dongle has the benefit that it supports older devices as well, because they're more likely to support Bluetooth than they are to support NFC. And the last account to look at is actually my wife's COIN App account. And again, we go back to the COIN App website and we're going to go from history to GeoMines. And for her, it's really a blessing, in my opinion, that we got this Bluetooth dongle, because as you can see, if we go back to the second page where we definitely only had the NFC card, most of the days she completely forgot about COIN App or did the bare minimum to earn actually less than 1 coin in a day. And now if we go one page further, even with the NFC card, there were only a few days where she considered tapping the card. And I think on that day here where she made 126 coins, that's actually the day where I made 200 something coins, because I put a little bit more effort into remembering to keep the bonus going, have the app in the foreground and so on. However, you can see for her it's a constant up and down, and with the NFC card itself it wasn't that much better. I mean, she earned a few coins more, but it didn't increase that much. And there we have another day basically where she apparently didn't leave the apartment the entire day and didn't consider running COIN App at all. She only mined 5 geotiles and earned half a coin for that, and so on. Now, if we look from the 28th, the day when we got the Bluetooth dongle, we can see, while it's still not 100, 200 or even more coins per day, but even for her, her earnings appear to increase with the Bluetooth dongle, because she doesn't have to remember to tap the card. She just has to remember to here and there have COIN App running in the foreground, which I do pretty much constantly when I have the chance to, and she just does it when it's convenient for her. It's not a huge issue, because between all the devices we still earn more than enough, considering that we are currently still on the free plan. But as mentioned in earlier videos, actually now that I have everything covered from COIN App basics to what you can earn or how you can earn coin in COIN App to the NFC card and the Bluetooth dongle, it's actually time for me to upgrade to the Pro plan and see how much I can earn there. And that's pretty much it. I'm confident that with my recent videos about COIN App and the different ways to earn and also the different devices, you now have an understanding of how it works and what might be the best way for you. However, as said, my earnings and my experience vary because of the way my daily life looks like. While for you, your earnings might be much higher because you're moving a little bit more than I do, or I don't think it's possible, but maybe they are less than what we earn because you're moving less. Now, before I let you go, just one more thing. If you yourself experienced or used the Bluetooth dongle or the NFC card yourself, then please share your experiences in the comment section down below to give others a little bit more perspective as to how it affects earnings in different circumstances. So please mention if you're moving a lot or if you're working in a home office and so on, and how much you on average earn with the Bluetooth dongle or the NFC card, to make it easier for others to decide if they should get one as well. If you want to discuss COIN App or other projects I've covered in the past with me and the community, you can also leave comments down below, or even better, there's a link in the pinned comment down below that takes you on our Discord community, where you'll not only be able to discuss COIN App and other projects with me and the community way better than you could ever do in the comment section down below, but you'll actually also be able to participate in our daily giveaway. Now that's it. As always, thanks for watching. See you in one of my other videos. Till then, bye bye.